Good morning and welcome back, or welcome to the channel, whichever the case may be. Today's video is a workshop video, a simple leather project. I'm going to be making a belt dangler to carry an axe. I'm going to make it so I can get this size of axe, and this is my old faithful Gransfort Bruks small forest axe. I wouldn't particularly want to carry anything heavier on my belt than this, so it's going to be made to suit this and smaller. And I'm going to make it so I can use it with a Casstrom dangler. Now, a lot of these that you can buy are solid affairs and they're quite bulky, so you thread your belt through the loop and it dangles straight down, no room for movement. Whereas if you use it on a Casstrom dangler, or if I did it on a D-ring, but I like these Casstrom danglers and they're readily available, so that's what I'm going to make it to suit. Got a piece of undyed leather and I'm going to work out now. It's only going to be two parts. It's going to be the belt loop and the loop that the axe fits through. Very simple. I'm not going to stitch it, I'm going to rivet it. But I'm going to cut these to size first. I'll edge them as well. Then I'll dye them. I've got plenty to get on with. Obviously I'm a knife maker, so I've got some stuff to do. So while that dries, I can do other stuff. But you're only going to see this. First thing I need to do, I need to determine the circumference of the loop. So I'll use a piece of string, obviously leave a bit of a gap. Now I'll go up to the top end, that's 6.5 inches. Well, I'll cut it 7. I think 2 inches will be plenty. Good job I cut it 7, because 6.5 would have been too tight. I forgot to allow for the thickness of the leather. Next up, I need to know the belt hanger. So that fits in there. We cut that 7 as well, and we need to cut that 7 by 1.25 inches. So you can see where I'm going with this, and I will probably put that in there, that in there, and rivet it on. Nice and simple. I'll just double check that my axe goes through there. Yeah, that's no problem. And that's the cutting out done. I've marked the centre line. Now I'm going to determine which side I want it, so I'm going to put it there. When you're doing this, always remember, if you're going to scribe anything, do it on the inside, not on the nice outside of the leather. So I'm going to mark an X there and an X there, so I know where I'm going. I'm going to turn it over. Mark the holes. Now the larger holes I've put on this side because with these cap rivets, the female side is a lot wider than the male side. So that's the only fiddly bit really, is getting all the holes to line up. So there's 4 holes in there, and there's 8 holes in there. Now I'm going to dye them and leave them for a bit, about an hour for the dye to go off. Now I'm a cheat with the dye. I dip dye. Now I've got to go outside to do this because there's some serious fumes come off this, and I've had some really bad headaches after breathing this in. What I basically do, I get one of these, hook it on, got 2 of them, take it outside, dunk it in the fresh air. This dye is a mix of Fibelin's oil dye, professional oil dye, and alcohol. I dip it, I get light brown. Leave it all soak in, I dip it again, darkens. 3 dips will make a pretty dark walnut really. I'll probably give it 2. You're not going to see this, there's no need. I just dip dye it. Now if you're not dip dyeing, which you're probably not as a project, best way to do it is to just get like a little kitchen sponge, dampen that with dye and just rub it on that is the easiest way and the neatest way. This dye, if it gets on you, it stays on you for a few days. It doesn't come off. So right, I'm going to dye that. So they've had 2 dips. I'm going to leave these dry, hang them up in the window. And one thing, with dip dyeing, you've actually got to buy a lot of dye to start with. So unless you're doing it professionally, I wouldn't bother, because that dye isn't cheap. Do it the other way. Right then, I'm going to get on with some knife making. 2 bush tools to finish off. Need to go through a few grits on the handles. It's been about 45 minutes. They're not 100% dry, but they'll be fine for me to work on them. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is burnish these edges. Now every edge which I've beveled, I'll be burnishing. Now when I do this, when I'm making sheaths, I use this stuff, gum triggernath. Now because these haven't really gone off fully, I probably don't need to use it. I got one of these tools, and what I do, I rub that area vigorously, quite hard. See, it's gone shiny. That's the other side. So that's every visible edge burnished. Now I'm going to put this together. I'm going to rough up any area where I'm going to glue, because yes, I'm going to glue it as well for strength. I just use Yoo-Hoo general purpose glue, contact stuff. This is great, and I put it on both sides thinly. Unfortunately, the leather's a bit on the thick side, so I'm going to take some material off here and off here, and I'm going to do that the quick way, which is on the belt sander. Well, that's thinned out considerably now. I'm going to glue it up and then put the rivets in. So that's put together. Now I'm going to clamp it up to flatten it out. Now when I clamp up leather, I never do it on bare wood because it'll mark it. So what I do, my formers, I always cover them in electrical tape. Well, that's clamped up now. I'll leave that 10 minutes and then I'll do a bit of touching up on it. Simple. Now the only thing, I'm gonna have them on, because if I was doing these to sell them, I would have left this leather overnight to thoroughly dry, because when I did the edges it wasn't good enough. I'm not 100% happy with them. The burnishing really should have been done when it was a lot drier. There we go, trying to do it in one go, but that can be remedied easy enough. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a coat of Resolene just to seal it all up. It's pretty dry now anyway. And with this stuff, you've got to keep rubbing it in. Ten minutes later, Resiline's dry. Seriously darkened it, much darker, but I did put quite a lot of coats on it because I wanted to stiffen it up a little bit. Now another way you can do that, if you didn't want to buy Resin just for a simple project, is wax. You can heat the leather up with a hairdryer or a paint stripper, little toothbrush, liquid wax, and rub it on and then buff it in, and that'll stiffen it up nicely as well, and it'll be really impervious to moisture then, and do the inside as well. So there we are, that's done. All good. Just a quick little easy leather working project, that's something that is usable and you can use a lot. Thanks for watching, appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, and I certainly appreciate a thumbs up. Till next time, ta-ra. Bit of a fiddle, just taking bits out, taking bits up, blah, blah, blah. Start that again. That's it really. Now, I don't like doing things on film. I gotta be honest with you, I don't. My work is far better if I'm not doing this. This is a little bit on the rough side.